Folks, I am so excited for your final comic, your final guest of the evening. I think he's brilliant. I think he's so funny. I've seen him all over the city. You're going to love him too. Give it up right now. He hails from Atlanta, Georgia. Ever heard of that? Give it up right now for Yedoye Travis!
Hey, my cousin's from Troy. He went to jail for cocaine. That's what they do up there. I've never been there, but I would probably do that if I got to go. Man, how y'all feel about political violence? Y'all into it? I feel like it's funny, man. I feel like it's pretty funny. I think it's funny that Trump got shot. I think it's even funnier that he got shot again. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny that the dude that did it was jacking off before he did it. That's funny as fuck. That's a crazy last thing to do. Because he knew he was taking a big risk. He was like, I'm either about to get no pussy or an unfathomable amount of pussy for the rest of my life. I don't even know. It's a big toss-up. Who knows? You know? Maybe that was a crazy way to start out the gate. But I've been drinking, man. I don't know. This is the longest show I've ever experienced. But it's the longest. It's the craziest length to attention ratio I've ever seen on a show. Y'all been really attentive for a 9-hour show. This has been real crazy. But no, sometimes the president gotta die. Okay, because here's the thing. I'm trying to be more of a hater in general. I'm trying to put more negativity out into the world. And I do feel like, I don't know, like Chris Brown had this line where he was like, how you gonna hate from outside the club? I'm like, where the fuck am I supposed to hate from? That's where you're supposed to do it. What the fuck type of world do we live in where I'm supposed to hate you and then try to be in a room with you hanging out? Like, you suck and you make the rooms that you're in suck. Like, why do I want to be in there? And I feel like that attitude is why Democrats had to pretend they didn't want Trump dead when he got shot. He got shot and then Kamala had to be on the news like, guys, stop. Guys, stop killing him. You're not supposed to kill him. God. Like, just let him die, man. It's funny when politicians get hurt. I don't care what they stand. It's not even like a Trump thing. I don't care. It's funny when politicians get hurt. I don't care what they stand for. If Bernie Sanders slipped on a banana peel, I'm laughing at that. That's funny as fuck. It does. You tell me if Bernard Sanders slipped on a banana peel, like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, that's not funny to you? Fuck him. Y'all act like he's Jesus because a bird landed on his head one time. He was only cool because he talked like a white Denzel Washington. That's all he had going for him. He was never gonna do shit. He was just like, I'll have you motherfuckers playing basketball in Pelican Bay. The 1% run shit here. You just live here. Do we not know Denzel movies or do we don't know Bernie? Which one? Because there's a disconnect and it's not my fault. Y'all are fucking up right now. Sometimes you gotta know when it's the audience's fault and it's y'all's fault. Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up in that moment, man. They tried to kill my wife. I'm doing a great job. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are out of your fucking mind. You got crazy energy, man. It's funny. It's funny when politicians get hurt. I don't care what they stand for. I was a little bit sad when the Queen died because I wish I was there to kill her myself. But otherwise, I don't know, man. I'm trying to be more of a hater. Just I'm trying to get the negativity out of my body. We live in a bad world. Like I if you were wondering, I'm not in therapy. And I'm not. And I also have a degree in psychology, so I'm the most dangerous man alive. What's up? Okay, I'm not going back. Cause I feel like therapy at one point it became a barometer for white women to decide if they want to date you, and I can live without that. I feel like I'm okay without that. Not that I'm against interracial dating. I am against becoming a better man to date white women. I think that's great. You get factory settings, bro. That's no, you don't get heated seats. No, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Bro. But I feel, because I don't know, man, I beat mental illness. I'm done. You know, I realize all the problems are outside of my head. All the bad stuff is outside of my body. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I didn't have that crazy of a home life. My dad's a little homophobic, but he also don't know nobody. That's, you know. That's how men work nowadays. They don't know people, and so they, you know, that's society, you know? Women know people. Men don't know nobody. Men live alone because you gotta live alone to prove that you can afford to live alone. I'm emotionally available right now because I'm running out of money. So I lived alone for 2 years to prove that I could afford to live alone. Why do we let men do that? Why do we tell the people conditioned to be the worst people in the world? We're like, why don't you go stew with your own thoughts for a couple years? How about that? How about you go upstairs, don't come down till you finish the entire Joe Rogan experience? How about that? How about you become a worse version of yourself and come down in a couple years, trick some lady into marrying you and having a couple kids, which are just tiny, impressionable roommates, by the way. That's all kids are. You want me to make roommates from scratch? That's what you want? You want me to make brand new people from nothing and raise them to be just like me and do all the same shit I do when all I do is jack off and play pirated video games? I'm living the same life Osama bin Laden was living after 9/11. But you want me to make new people. That's what you want? We understand that's a bad formula for a society. We recognize that? Women can live alone. The conditioning is different. Y'all do whimsical shit when you're by yourself. You're like live in a shoe. That's nice. Man can't live in a shoe, man. If a man could live in an article of clothing, it would be like a gun holster or a belt you use to beat your kids. It would be a really long house. People get weird when I say that, man. My dad beat my ass. It's okay. I still love my dad. That's my choice to make. Also, I think you should hit kids. They're weak, you know? Is this not America? What do we do? Is this not the land of okay, y'all thought I was gonna get real serious. Do we not beat the weak in this country? That's why they call them the weak, so you know that you can hit them. Who am I supposed to hit? The strong? That's a bad deal for me. You fucking stupid. They call them the weak, so you know. Yeah, hit those. Go ahead and hit those. I'm fucking kidding. Okay. No, I think you should hit kids on one condition. I think you can hit kids on one condition. That condition is when they turn 18, I think you owe that kid a fair fight. I feel like a lot of dads would act different if they knew they were training the competition. Okay. All right. I haven't got the light yet, so good luck to y'all. I'm trying to be more hateful, man. I'm trying to be There's so much stuff I could have hated on in the moment that I just let slide, man. I could have hated on Obama when he was in office. But I just trusted a man who only plays basketball in long pants. What the fuck was I doing for 8 years, man? First black president didn't know if he was moisturized. Let me see this nigga's knees, man. Like, what are we doing? As a country, let me see this man's knees. And I feel like y'all feel the same shit that I'm feeling right now. Every time I tell that joke, it reminds me when I was in high school, there was a kid that only played soccer in long pants, and they did start a rumor that he had prosthetic legs. And I feel bad about that. I know it's a fucked up thing to say. It's so fucked up. I said they started a rumor because I ain't want you to know it was me. I started the rumor. I didn't think people would believe me. He was really good at soccer, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like we don't know how to hate as a country, you know what I mean? I feel like we're very weird about it, you know what I mean? Y'all hate Diddy weird. Y'all weird about how you hate Diddy. Okay, we're gonna get strange. We're gonna act like I wasn't just killing for the past 10 minutes. You're gonna suddenly not trust me? Like I haven't been doing a good job. Y'all are weird about how you hate Diddy. Y'all are weird about it. It's very strange, very homo. Because the way No Diddy replaced No Homo, like it's the same thing, right out the gate, no conversation. You telling me a man had a 30-year career and became one of the most powerful people in the music industry, built up all this wealth and a web of lies and deceit just to fuck men? notoriously the easiest people to fuck. I don't even fuck men. I can fuck a man. You're like, give me a man. Y'all fuck it. Yeah. That's easy. You tell me he needed infrastructure? No, bro. Get the fuck out of my face with this shit. No. No. You understand how stupid you are when the more reasonable explanation is that this is an international conspiracy between American and Israeli intelligence to use sexual blackmail to get gay rappers to perpetuate stereotypes about their own people to justify the expansion of the police state? You understand that's the more reasonable explanation? And I'm not saying that's exactly how it happened. I'm just saying it would explain to cameras. You know what I mean? Like y'all are weird. You know? But I don't know, man. I feel like we don't want to have the conversation about Diddy because we don't want to admit that we all come from the same social fabric that created Diddy. You know what I mean? Okay, is this too much for a comedy show? Because this is what my comedy is funny. It's not fun. I'm gonna be honest, bro. We all grew up in a patriarchy. We all like to act like if we were in that position of power, like we would act different or some shit. I'm telling you right now, if you gave me Diddy amounts of power, I'm murdering. I'm doing bad stuff. I'm raping or like a more likable crime, so I can finish the set and still have it on my side. But like I'm doing bad stuff. You understand? Like we gotta talk about the fucking system around. Like we act like it's just individual people, but there are systems behind this stuff. Like I saw a woman get kicked off the bus for smoking crack the other day, but like, and everybody was so mad at her. I'm like, maybe ask yourself, what about the bus is such a perfect environment for crack to be smoked? Like, why is this such a good place for this? You know what I mean? At some point, you gotta look at the bus. You know what I mean? I'm from Atlanta. A few years ago, part of the highway got burned down, and everybody was so quick to be like, "Oh yeah, a crackhead burned the highway. He was smoking crack under the highway and burned the highway down." I was like, okay, maybe consider that if the highway can get burned down by one dude smoking crack, maybe that's the city's fault. Like, you know, like that. I don't know. All right, maybe y'all are looking too inward for it to be funny, but I don't know, man. All I'm saying is some of y'all lucky as fuck he got caught before you got paid. You know what I mean? You know you were saving up for all that baby oil, man. I feel like I didn't get the light, but I saw the idea of the light. I think we should move on. Well,